Good morning everyone, welcome to my channel. It's a lovely Sunday morning out here in Las Vegas. Alright, now what you folks are looking at are the chemicals that I will be using to polish my car, which is my 2005 Infiniti G35 Coupe. Now before I move on, I would like to apologize about the backdrop of my video. I know, there's like wheels in the back. Oh. Anyways, moving on. So basically this is what's the chemicals that I've been using for quite some time now on my other cars if I want to polish them. And I will go one by one on them, starting with this one. Alright, so this one is actually a clay bar called Clay Magic. They've been quite a proven company, but the thing is, they used to be sold on shelves at I believe that's Pep Boys. I used to buy them, but now you can, I believe you can still find them, you can buy them online, but unfortunately they stopped selling this on the shelf. Here is a clay bar right here. There you go. Alright, that is actually when you know, obviously after you wash your car, you clay bar it. Now the purpose of a clay bar is to get rid of the contaminants that stick to the clear coat of your car, the ones that you cannot actually remove from just washing alone. Now of course you can basically use any type of detailing liquid if you can only buy clay bar, but this particular clay bar right here, you can buy them including the liquid that you use to glide the clay bar itself. Now you can either use this is actually quite nice, a Speed Shine detailer. I've actually used this is quite nice. Now again, just to let you guys know, this company, they're not endorsing me. This is just the liquid, I mean the chemicals that I use to detail my car, and in no way I am promoting them on my website. This is just the things that I use, which is in my experience really quite good. And there's another one, quick detailer. Again, you can use this as something to glide your clay bar with. There you go, that's a clay bar right there, made by Clay Magic. Now also another important thing is if you have swirls or whatnot, swirls, scratches, not really deep scratches, but depending on the application and how bad the scratches are, you might actually need to use rubbing compound. Now rubbing compound is quite harsh. I mean, in my opinion, in my experience, rubbing compound is actually quite harsh for clear coat. Now some clear coats nowadays on modern cars, they're not as good as they were 10-20 years ago. And older cars, they do have one stage paint jobs, meaning they have clear coats already mixed into the paint. Now you do not want to use this on a one stage car, particularly the ones from 70s, 80s, even 90s, depending on the car that you have. If you know anything about them, you would not use this. Now of course that's just an option. Mostly they don't use this, most people don't use this anymore, but yeah, whatever. Okay, yeah, moving on. This is a scratch remover, also for Midnight-Eyez, quite nice. I actually quite fancy this. You can actually use this also on the headlights of your car if you know what you're doing. You can use this, and I would say multi-purpose and all that. Now here's another one made by 3M, scratch remover. There you go, that's what it says on there. Now you might be wondering why a wheel cleaner is here. Now for most detailing people, this is, I don't know how long ago they've been started using this. It says dissolves brake dust and all that. Now this one has, I believe, I don't know what kind of information it would say on there. So what this does is when you spray your car, now you can also use this on paint if you are a little bit daring, you know spray this on your car and watch it turn into purple or burgundy, whatever it is. So that what it does is it gets rid of contaminants on your clear coat. Same thing as a clay bar, but it personally I would not use this if you don't know what it does to your car. I would spray a little bit of some areas of it on the car and then proceed to use it if, upon your discretion. I'm not promoting this. Again, I am not promoting this to use it on your car, but basically this is just a wheel cleaner. The same thing. There you go. I believe they call it iron remover. Now those things, I don't know why they're marketing it for some bloody reason, which is exactly the same thing as a wheel cleaner like this. So when you spray it, it turns into red, purple, whatever you call it, burgundy. The liquid turns into that, so the iron deposits on your wheels and on your paint job is there. But again, depending on the application, I would not recommend this on modern cars. Now, if you're older cars, of course, especially European cars, they have really sturdy paint jobs on them, particularly BMW, German cars to be quite precise, Mercedes, Audi, you name it, Volkswagen, you can use that. Now again, I am not telling you to use it, just it's upon your discretion. I've seen a lot of people use iron iron spray washing, whatever you call it, iron deposit, whatever bloody hell you call that. But this is basically what it is. It's the same exact bloody thing. You don't need one of those fancy ones that you can cost you about $15 or $20 just to buy them and then spray it all over your car and see how it looks. Again, okay, moving on. There you go. Those are most of the stuff. Now, this has been used by many professional polishing people. Most of the time you actually learn it from them. Now these are the ones that I actually use on my car. I will be using this on my car. It's a black car, so again, I don't know if I've talked about it in my other videos. It's really hard to maintain a black car. Now what I'm going to do is, of course, at the end of polishing my car, you would use some sort of sealant, which I don't have on you. I can't find it, but right now these are the ones that you can use. Now depending on your application and how bad it is on your car, you have to use one of these. You can actually, this is what I used in my car, this one, the Ultra compound on it. There's really bad scratches on it. Now if there's some sort of an indicator right there on how how harsh it is with cutting compound on it. But this one is ultra finishing polish. There you go, show car glaze. That is right after you've done all the polishing on your car, you use that. Now nowadays they have this thing called what would you call this, synthetic SiO2, whatever you bloody call them. It's hydro whatever. I don't quite recall what it is, but I will be, what, I think I might have it in my garage. Let me pause this for a bit. Alright, there we go, we're back. Now this is the one I'm talking about. It's called graphene. There's another one, I believe what it's called, whatever you call it, poly something, but this is the one that I use to maintain my cars. Literally, when you wash your car, this thing makes those water beads. But there's a lot of controversy, regarding about the chemical called graphene, which I will not go into detail. You can Google it yourself, how harsh it is. Now, of course, with every chemical known to man, there's some hazardous things. Of course, you're not going to be like polishing your bloody car and start inhaling it, all that shit, all that rubbish. Of course, you're not going to bloody do that. You have to be some sort of an infantile to do something like that. No, of course I do not recommend you do that. While you're polishing and inhale those bloody fumes in it. No, of course not. I'm not going to do that. You're not going to do that. This is just a demonstration of what the items are I'll be using for my car. Mostly on my car. Now, this is the one that I use when I wash my car. It's from Chemical Guys. Again, these products in front of me, I am not endorsing them, all right, in any way, shape, or form. This is just the chemicals that I use, the compounds that I use to clean my car, polish it, wash it, whatever you bloody call it. There you go. And that's the first set. Now I'll be pausing my video for a bit, and I'll show you the tools that I use to polish my car. Right back. All right, folks, welcome back. There you go. Now what I'm showing you are the actual polishing pads that I use, which I will be using. I've been using this for quite some time now in my other cars. Now they are color coded for a reason. Now most of the time you would see professionals use just the orange polishing pads. There you go. Those are the orange ones. Go. So this is just the mild, polishing, which is widely used. If you have just a regular car, you want to just polish it, dull, clear coat, just needs, mild paint correction on it. Now, again, there's a level of cutting depending on the polishing pad that you use. Now, the black one is, I believe the black one is the most mild. It doesn't really cut into anything. You just, polish into it and all that. And these are the small ones that I use for small areas of the car that I want to polish, the hard to reach places. Now, after this, I will be showing you the actual tool that I am using, the device. There you go, the device I'll be using on my car. Now, I've been doing this for quite some time now. I've only been here in Las Vegas for a couple of years, but I've been doing this a lot in California. This is one of my side gigs, but it's not a business. It's just a hobby of mine. I would I've in California I've started polishing, I believe 2015 and all that, and I would do at least 1 or 2 cars by word of mouth. I don't have a business for that because I also have other things. I have a regular job back in California, but since I moved out here in Vegas, I found that there's a lot of car enthusiasts here also, and I don't know, this is between you and me.
A few minutes later.
6秒経過7秒経過ロードローラーだもう遅い脱出不可能よ
They would haggle you for no bloody reason, and they go, you know what, I would like to pay like 800 only for polishing my car. Shut the fuck up. No, anyways, that's all I'm saying. But here in Vegas, I only polished 1 car, paint corrected 1 car, and I told them what you want to do, give them a price, and they were okay with it. Oh, that's just a regular thing for most people now. Alright, so moving on before I get into more detail about that shit. There's some more stuff that I need to show you guys. I got gloves, latex gloves to be quite precise. I use that, and of course, there you go. Those are the things I use after I polish them. The thing is, I'm a big fan of Chemical Guys, and this one is, they're a huge dealer. There you go. Torque, Hex, Logic, smart pad. Okay. There you go. And a lot more stuff that I use for polishing cars, washing them and whatnot. Alright, so I will pause my video for a bit because I will show you the tool that I am using for quite some time. It has never failed me. It's quite nice, really. And there's also a link on my video where I literally learned polishing from. But for now, I'm just gonna turn this back on for a bit. Alright, so I'll pause my video and I'll show you the tool that I'll be using. Alright folks, welcome back. Okay, so what I want to show you is the actual tool that I'll be using polishing my car. Now this is a very nice piece of device that I use for polishing it. Now I don't have the handles on the side, but obviously it does have it. Now I believe this one weighs about 3-4 pounds. Now this particular one is actually my second Porter cable tool device. It's an Orbital polishing device. There you go, that's down the side of it. And this one is the backing pad. Now for some reason you can't like say Velcro on it because it's copyrighted, but they call it a hook backing. Now what it does is basically hook the polishing pad on it like so. There you go. Now I'm only using one hand, so I'm just showing you what it looks like when you put it on there. And it's made by Naco. Pretty good, quite good. Now also here's the thing for that. There you go, that is for smaller surfaces, you know, corners, whatever we call it. And I have those to use in tandem with this. Okay, now you might be wondering what really thick gauge extension cord is for. Now the reason for that is because I want a nice and steady flow on my polisher. Okay, that's the whole purpose of it. This is a really dependable polishing tool for my car, and this is my second one. My first one, what happened to it was stolen. Okay, so it looks quite clean, but I like to actually, you know, keep my tools clean, and I've only used this on 3 cars. Never failed me. Really nice. I quite fancy that. There you go. Now this right here is when you're done polishing. Okay, you don't want to let the compound dry on these polishers. You do not want that. So as soon as you're done with it, you go ahead, you know, whatever concentrate that you might have on there, you know, 1:5 dilution on that. And I do have extra ones just in case, for an occasion, so you know you cannot be using, you know, this pad most of the time. So after you're done with, if it's a little bit getting rough doing that, you have to switch to another pad, suck it in right out and pull it in, and you're all set. Well, I forgot to mention something. I'll be right back. Alright, okay, sorry about that. Alright, anyways, I'm showing you this because whenever you put cutting compounds on your polishing pad, you have to make sure it's a little bit wet, so that way you spray it on there, you know, you put your nickel or dime size chemical compounds on there, polishing compound in there, and then spray it with this. So that way, the whole purpose of that is you don't burn your clear coat, pretty much. So I use this or any other, you know, detailing compound should suffice. You spray it on there, like so, and then, you know, whatever it is, type of stuff that you're using on, which is on, you know, in the beginning of my video, you will see, you will see, what do you call it? The cutting compound that I use for my cars. Alright, there you go. And that's basically the stuff that I'll be using mostly for my content on my G35 that you will probably see a lot on my channel. Alright folks, thank you so much, and I appreciate all of you watching my content, and subscribe to my channel. You will be seeing a lot more of my car, and of course if I have time I will feature some of my other cars also. And of course I will be putting down there. I will be doing this. I will basically take on clients depending on how good or bad the paint correction on your car is. Just let me know on the comments section below. If you are local in here in Las Vegas, I am taking clients 2 or 3 a month. I've basically been here in Vegas for about 2 years now. Came from California, and before California, of course, I'm from England. And there you go. Subscribe to my channel, and I will be showing you of how I polish my car on my other video. But for now, I'm just basically just showing you what I use to polish my car. Thank you so much, everyone, and you have a nice blessed day. And again, subscribe to my channel. Thank you.